Hello everyone, this is Akang Shuman here. Now we will do the questions based on the planetary gear train. So in the question it is given that in an epicyclic gear train of the sun and the planet type, there is epicyclic gear train of the sun and planet type, the pitch circular diameter of the internal tooth ring D. Why it is saying that ring D? Because we all know in the epicyclic gear train, the biggest gear is we all know that in the epicyclic gear train, the biggest gear is ring gear. So that's why the ring gear D is to be 216 mm pitch circular diameter. So what is given in the question? I'm writing here, that is pitch circle diameter of the gear D. Pitch circle diameter of the gear D is given, that is 216 mm. Okay, and the module is 4 mm. When the ring D is stationary, here it is given that the ring D is stationary, but before we can find out the number of teeth on the gear D. Here from these two data we can find out the number of teeth, because we all know that the module is nothing but the pitch circle diameter of the number of teeth. So we can calculate the number of teeth. Okay, so that is pitch circle diameter, that is 216 upon 4. Okay, so that is 216 upon 4, and we will get 54. Okay, now in the question it is saying that when the ring D is stationary, that means the speed of gear D is 0. Because gear D is stationary, that means the speed of the gear D is 0. Okay, this is all given data. Spider A, which carries 3 planets wheel C of equal size, is to make one revolution in the same sense as the sun wheel B for every 5 revolution of the driving spindle carrying the sun wheel B. That means there is a spindle, there is a spider A which rotate. There is a spider A. When the spider A rotates 1 revolutions, there will be 5 revolutions of the sun wheel. So that's why we can write it as NB is equal to that is the speed of gear B, that is 5 times of spider, that is the revolutions of the spider A. Okay, it is saying that uh, spider A, spider which carry 3 planets wheel of equal sizes, is to make one revolution in the same sense as the sun wheel B for 5 revolution of the driving spindle carrying the sun wheel B. That means when B rotate 5 times, there will be a one rotation of the spider, or you can say when there is a one revolution of the spider, there will be a 5 revolution of the sun wheel B. So you can see here in this relation, when you put the Na is equal to 1, that means 1 revolution, you will get the 5 revolution of the gear B. Okay, so that is the relation we got from this statement. Now determine the suitable number of teeth. First we have to find out the suitable number of teeth on all the wheel, and exact, this is not extract, this is exact, diameter. Okay, there is a mistake here in the typing. This is exact diameter of the pitch circle of the ring. Okay, we have to find out. Now we all know in epicyclic gear train, unless and until we draw the table, we cannot solve the question. So first we need to draw the table. Okay, so I'm just here drawing the table for epicyclic gear train. That is, for in the first block we consider motion. Okay, and then there will be a spider, A. Okay, now we will start from the sun gear to the ring gear. Okay, so there will be a first we will consider B, then we'll consider C, then we'll consider D. Okay, so that is gear B, that is gear C, and that is gear D. It would be easy to solve this in the same procedure. Okay, so that is arm is fixed. First we generally consider that the arm is fixed and the gear B, that means sun gear, rotate with x rpm. Okay, gear b rotates with x rpm. Here I am considering plus x rpm, that means plus sign denotes the clockwise direction, whereas minus sign denotes the anti-clockwise direction. We have taken the assumptions. Okay, you can take an assumption or your own choices. You can consider plus sign as anti-clockwise, minus sign as clockwise. It can be possible. Okay, but we have taken an example. I'm considering here an assumptions, that is plus sign denotes the clockwise direction and minus sign denotes anti-clockwise. Okay, now see here, we have assumed that arm is fixed and gear be rotate with the x rpm. Okay, so there is a spider arm is, you can say the spider is arm is same. Okay, you can write here spider also, both the thing is same. In the epicyclic gear train we generally consider arm. In the sun and planet type we generally say this is the spider. Okay, nothing is different. So spider is fixed, that means it is having zero velocity and the number of teeth on the gear b is tb. And what would be the speed? We have assumed that x rpm, so that's why I'm considering is plus x. Now we have to write down the speed of the gear c. How can we calculate the speed of the gear c? Using the velocity ratio formula, that is nc upon nb is equal to tb upon tc. We all know that number of teeth are inversely proportional to the speed of the gear, so that's why it is tb upon tc. So from here you can get the value of nc, that is nb tb upon tc, but from this relation you only get the magnitude. You can only get the magnitude, but for direction you need to see the diagram. See here in the diagram there is a b and c, both are in meshing, both are mating here. So that means if b is in clockwise direction rotation, gear c will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction, or you can say when the gear b rotate in anti-clockwise direction, the gear c will rotate in the clockwise direction, because both are mating gears and both are in meshing to each other. Okay, so nb is x. Okay, nb value is x. So if gear be rotate in clockwise direction, we have assumed that means according to that will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. That's why I'm considering minus and minus x tb upon tc. Okay, because nb is equal to plus x. Now see in the diagram, if I'm talking about the ring gear d, you can see that gear d is internally tooth gearing. The teeth on the gear d is inside of the gear. Okay, because of internal tooth gearing of the gear D, gear C will rotate. If gear C will rotate in clockwise direction, gear D will rotate in the clockwise direction also, because it is internally connected to the gear C. So whatever be the direction of the gear C will be, there will be the same direction of the gear D. Okay, if C rotate in clockwise, D will rotate in clockwise. If C rotate in anti-clockwise, D will rotate in the anti-clockwise directions. So the direction is according to the gear C. So that's why we can see here in the gear C rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So that means the ND will rotate. That means gear D will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. So the speed would be xtb upon tc multiply tc upon td. From here tc will cancel out. Okay, now in the next step we generally assume that the spider is free. Now this is the real situation. Spider is free. Spider is free. When the spider is free to move, free to rotate, let us assume that it is y rpm in clockwise direction. So total motions of the gear B would be x plus y. Total motion of the gear C would be y minus x. That means plus, you have to add plus rpm in every term. Okay, so that will be the y minus x tb upon tc, and you can add y minus x tb upon td. So now this is the equations of every gear. We can get the relation. Now we have to see the given data. We have to focus on the given data now. Nd is 0, that means the speed of the gear D is 0. So we all know that Nd is 0, which is given, Nd is 0 means here you can see that Nd speed of the gear D is this. So we have to make it y minus x Tb upon Td, that is equal to 0. Y means that is the speed of the spider. Okay, we don't know what is x and what is y. Okay, but we know that what is the number of teeth on the gear D. Okay, so we just we have to hold it down, here. Now we have to see in the next relations what we can get here, that nb is equal to 5na. So I'm just writing here that another relation is that nb is equal to 5 times of na. What is na? That is the speed of the spider, and what is the speed of spider? That is y. Okay, so that is 5y. And what is nb? Nb is this, x plus y. So that means x plus y is equal to 5y. So x plus y is equal to 5y. From here we can get the value of x, that would be equal to, x is equal to 4y, and we have to use this value in these equations. We just have to put the x value in these equations. So it would be y minus 4y multiply tb upon td is equal to 0, and from here that would be cancel out, and finally you will get the relations, that is 4 times of tb upon td, that would be 1. Okay, because y would take on common. Okay, finally that would be the relations you will get remaining. So here we all know that what is the number of teeth on gear D. Okay, that is 54 we can get. So now tb would be, it would comes out to be td upon 4, and what is td? That is 54 upon 4, and that is 13.5. This is not possible because the number of teeth would be in integer form. Either it would be 13, either it would be 14, 15, like that, but it should not be considered as 13.5 because the number of teeth is not like that. But in the question we have to see, we have used the number of teeth on the gear D, that is 54. Then we will get the number of teeth on gear B TB, that is 13.5. That means in the question it is saying that we have to find out the exact diameter of the pitch circle of the ring. That means there will be a exact number of teeth on the gear D also, because this is not the valid number of teeth on gear B. So if this would be changed, the number of teeth on gear C and number of teeth on gear D would also be changed. Okay, if we change the number of teeth on gear B, the number of teeth on gear C and D will be also changed. Okay, how can we change? See here in the diagram you can see that radius of gear D, that is equal to radius of gear B plus 2 times of radius of gear C. You can see by geometry here, this is the complete radius of gear D. Okay, and that would consist of RB 2 times of RB, that means the diameter of the gear C, and that means 2 times of radius. Okay, and that is equal to what? And that is equal to RD. Okay, and we all know that radius is equal to mt by 2. We all know that. So we just have to put the value of module because all the gears are mating gears, all the gears are in meshing to each other. So that means the module for all the gears would be same. So whether for module B and module C, all are having the same value, and I assume that it is equal to m. Okay, so we have take mtd by 2 is equal to m tb by 2 plus 2 times of m tc by 2. Okay, so here that would be cancel out and we will get finally TD is equal to TB plus 2 times of number of teeth on gear C. Okay, so that is the relation we get here. Now when you put the TB value, that is 13.5 here, you will get a value. Okay, but see here in the diagram, so we are just putting the value of, this is equation number, I'm one number I'm saying that this is we just have to use equation number 1. Then we just have to find out the number of teeth on the gear C also. Then we will see what can be changes in the number of teeth. So this is equation number 1, and using equation number 1 we all know that that is TD is equal to TB plus 2 times of TC. Now TD is 54 and TB is 13.5. Okay, plus 2 times of TC. We just have to calculate number of teeth on gear C. That would comes out to be TC is equal to 20.25. This is not also possible because the number of teeth on the gear would be in integer form, but it is not in integer form, or it is in fraction. Okay, see here, if this is not in the fraction, this will not be possible that the number of teeth would be 20.25. So we can consider number of teeth on the gear C, suitable number of teeth, that would comes out to be 21. Okay, and number of suitable number of teeth on the gear B would comes out to be 14. Are you getting my point? That is TB 14 and TC is 21. Now again we have to use equation number 1 in order to find out the exact number of teeth on the gear D, because as we have given in the question, the number of teeth on the gear D is 54, and according to the number of teeth on the gear D 54, we got the number of teeth gear B on gear B and gear C, that would comes out to be in fraction form. That is not possible. So that means we have to rearrange the number of teeth on the gear D. We have to make exact number of teeth on the gear D. Okay, so we will calculate the number of teeth again on the gear D using the number of teeth on C 21 and number of teeth on gear B, that is 14. So equation number 1, TD is equal to TB plus 2 times of TC. Okay, what is TD? We have to calculate exact number of teeth on gear D. TB is, we have considered 14 plus 2 times of 21 number of teeth on gear C. So when you solve this, you will get the value of number of teeth on gear D, that would comes out to be 56. That would be the exact number of teeth on the gear D. Okay, now but in the question we have to find out suitable number of teeth on the suitable number of teeth for all the gears, and we have calculated it, because number of teeth on gear C, that is 21, D is 56, and number of teeth on gear B are 14. Okay, so we have calculated. Now we have to we have to calculate second part, that is the exact diameter of the pitch circle of the ring. Ring means what? Ring means gear D, because in the gear train the biggest gear, which is gear D, is considered as a ring gear or annular gear. So here we can find out the pitch circle diameter, and we all know that M is equal to D by T, pitch circle diameter upon number of teeth, and we have to apply this for gear D. So and module is given, that is 4 mm, and we have to find out the number of pitch circle diameter, that would be MTD. Okay, and that is 4 multiply 56, and pitch circle diameter, exact pitch circle diameter for the gear D would comes out to be 224. That would be the solution of this question. I hope you will understand. That would be in mm. Okay, because we have to revise the procedure, we have to calculate the number of teeth on gear D again, because we all know that gear number of teeth could not be in fraction form, it would be in the integer form. So we have considered integer number of teeth, and we get the number of teeth on gear B and C in the integer form. Then we have to calculate again the number of teeth on gear D according to B and C. Okay, then we'll get the new number of teeth on the gear D, that would comes out to be 56. Okay, that is the exact number of teeth on the gear D. Okay, or you can say suitable number of teeth on gear D. Now we have to find out the, we have to calculate the pitch circle diameter again, because we have changed the number of teeth on the gear D. So that's why there will be a pitch circle diameter that would be changed according to the number of teeth in the gear D. And when we solve this, we will get the 224 value, 224 that would be the exact diameter of the ring gear. Okay, I hope you will understand the solution of that question. Okay, everything is clear. That is the important questions in the engineering service examinations. The question is not so typical. Okay, it is I know it is a little bit complicated questions, but everything is clear in these questions. Okay, you will not face any problem in the sun and planet type problems when you understand these questions properly. Okay, so thank you.